Hello everyone, it has been over a year since I made the video, Is Dragon Ball FighterZ still worth buying in 2021? And since then, it has been the most popular video on my channel by a long shot. And combining that with the fact that I saw a Reddit post with essentially the exact same title as this video, I've decided to go ahead and hit you guys with an update for 2022. If you're impatient and you just want to hear my opinion, then yes, I think it is still worth it, and it is also still my opinion that you should try to buy the game and DLCs when they're on sale, and that you should buy the FighterZ edition of the game. The price of the game is pretty steep when it's not on sale, but if you don't want to wait and you have the expendable income, then go for it. So for the next two parts of the video, I'm going to give a little bit more nuance on why I think the game is still worth buying. And then I'm going to do a DLC buying guide. So I'll put the timestamp for the DLC buying guide down below. If you want to skip to that section, I'm not offended. I know that was a very popular part of my last video. So firstly, one of the main reasons I didn't make this video earlier is that I wasn't really sure where Dragon Ball FighterZ stood. I'd actually taken a break from the game because there had only been 2 characters added in the over a year since I made the last video in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Labco 21. And they hadn't given us any information on what their plan was, whether they were going to start developing a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2, whether there's going to be any more DLC coming for the game. We only knew that they were going to continue to tweak balance and tinker with the systems in this version of the game. However, at EVO this year, they announced that they are adding rollback netcode to Dragon Ball FighterZ, though we don't know the exact date yet, and presumably that's where all the development time has been going. This pretty much certainly means that Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to be the client that they continue to work on and add to, and that a theoretical Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 isn't coming anytime soon. So not only does rollback netcode being added mean that we're going to get long-term support for this version of the game, but it also is just a very good thing in general. So it's going to improve the online play experience significantly. It's going to fix a lot of those really wonky connections that you get playing with people where you don't feel like you can react. And it's going to bring people back into the game that were previously driven away by the poor online play experience. And then secondly, a guide to the DLC. So you're given an option between buying the Fighters Passes to get a bundle of characters or buying the characters individually for about $5 a pop. For some reason, it isn't super clear in the shop which characters you get in which pass. So here's a visual guide for you to see exactly what you're getting in each one. Notably, Labco 21 isn't in any of the fighter passes, and she can only be bought individually. And also a minor note that Android 21, Blue Goku, and Blue Vegeta are technically available in the base game, but they won't be there by default. You have to complete certain in-game actions to unlock them. However, if you buy the Fighters edition of the game or just the first Battle Pass, you will automatically unlock them without having to do anything else. So last thing is that pretty much anything else I said in the last video outside of what I've talked about here is pretty much still exactly the same. You still can't do crossplay. The single player experience is still pretty lacking, so keep that in mind. But other than that, Dragon Ball FighterZ is still a fantastic game, and it looks like it's going to be supported for the foreseeable future. Though we don't have any concrete information on whether they're going to start adding characters again once rollback netcode comes out. But yeah, the game's still a banger. Go buy it, and I'll see you again next year.